Tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. Where's all the money going? Should we get a slice of it? The good, the bad, and the ugly.
This is how much the country is making now.
You know, we're finding hundreds of billions of dollars of cash is pouring into our country now.
He's right. The U.S. is making quite a bit of money, just not nearly enough to pay for some of Trump's ambitious goals. So how does the U.S. collect the billions it rakes in through tariffs? And what does it do with all of that money? According to the Penn-Wharton budget model, the U.S. has collected more than $159 billion in tariff revenue as of early September. That's a 148% increase compared to a year ago, and $642 million per day from tariffs. While Trump has claimed the U.S. has made trillions through tariffs, that's not totally accurate.
That gap will continue to grow throughout the rest of the year. We're ultimately projecting, starting next year and for the next 10 years, that the government will collect about $2.9 trillion in revenue.
Okay, so we're making a ton of money on tariffs. Should we be getting a piece of this in the form of a check? It is our money. At least our government's.
The thing that really bugs me, though, is that you have all this money and it belongs to the American people. It belongs to you folks, the money that's being created now. We have as much as $300 billion coming in this year. This is money that Americans have had to pay for with slightly higher prices. Inflation isn't as bad as the Fed thought, but I think it should be returned to the American people in quarterly payments. There are 158 million taxpayers out there. I think you should divvy it up for them. It's a drop in the bucket concerning, they say it should all go to relieving the debt. Yeah, we have a $38 trillion debt. $300 billion is nothing compared to that, but it means a lot to the American people. They deserve right now a boost. It'd be $1,900 a year for each one of those 158 million.
Also recall the U.S. government recently secured a 10% stake in Intel. The stake was obtained by converting previously granted funds, the CHIPS Act, into equity. The U.S. government also made a deal with NVIDIA and AMD. 15% of all of their chip revenue from advanced chip exports to China will go to the U.S. government. Again, this is your money. We have also taken ownership stakes in rare earths producer MP Materials. They have become a major U.S. rare earth magnets and metals supply player. And we also have a stake in Japan's Nippon Steel for their acquisition for the takeover bid of U.S. Steel.
The administration estimates the Trump tariffs will bring in $600 billion in the first year to the Treasury General Fund. The president's extra 25% tariffs on autos alone expected to generate $100 billion on top of the reciprocal tariffs. So those tariffs on just about all countries is meant to level the trade playing field.
Of course, it's not all good news. 1/3 of Arkansas farmers are projected to go bankrupt by next year due to Trump's tariffs. They are now begging him for more money just to survive. In 2024, Arkansas voted Trump over Harris 64 to 33%.
Almost everything that could go wrong for Arkansas farmers did go wrong this year, and it's so bad that many are facing bankruptcy or even the closure of farms that have been passed down for generations. A dismal global market and plunging commodity prices mean there's little to no hope of breaking even for many farmers, even as sky-high input costs rise because of inflation and now tariffs. Not to mention bad weather earlier in the year.
This time last year, the rice price was about 40% higher than it is now. The inputs costs have gone up. So after a horrible year last year, where most farmers in Arkansas Delta lost money, this year's going to be worse.
We just have to keep an eye out on this money. It can go towards paying the federal debt, or we could get stimulus checks. Whatever you want to call it, socialism, communism, the government owns pieces of these companies and these deals. And this is our money. We just need to know where it's spent. Let me know your thoughts.